Peace, 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 and welcome to another episode of the Grown Man Shift Podcast. I'm your host, Baith Noordine, and I want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Ironside Coffee, here in the city of Newark at 110 Edison Place every Wednesday. For the month of July, they will be hosting something called the Evening Brew, which is live jazz featuring local artists and artists from abroad, bringing you good vibes, good energy, and also great coffee, great food. Please pull up, tell a friend to tell a friend. Again, that's Ironside Coffee at 110 Edison Place here in the city of Newark. They will be hosting Evening Brew, which is a live jazz series for the month of July. Please tap in. Tell them that Baith from the Grown Man Shift Podcast sent you, and it might be a little discount. Not sure. Don't hold me to that. But just tell my man Greg that I sent you. And without further ado, I have a guest. Somebody who I'm getting the pleasure of knowing on a personal. We've been noticing each other from afar, have been able to brush into a few conversations, and I thought that, man, he would be a great guest on a pod. I will let him introduce himself as far as the litany of lit that this guy is. And without further ado, my guy, Vertical Jones, what's going on?
Peace. Happy to be here. Thank God for being here. We've been crossing paths as dads, funny, hilarious. We'll get into it.
Yeah.
I'm a recording artist, film composer, life coach from the Ivy Hill section of Newark. Single dad, just happy to be here. We'll get into it.
You know what it is.
For sure.
So how I do, I ask everybody the same question initially, and then we just get into the conversation.
Right.
This pod is not based on clickbait or gimmicks or any hot button ticket things. It's just genuine dialogue about our journey through maturation.
Right.
And the first question I like to ask is, when you hear the phrase grown man shift, what is the thing that pops in your mind?
Accountability. Right? That 90%, as a man, 90% of the things that happen in your life is your fault. I just came to that realization this year. Last year was so crazy. When you're going through trauma and things like that, you just tend to, anybody that will listen, I want to just tell you how broken I am.
Yeah.
But this year is like the state of mind and just the perspective just shift. This is me. A lot of these decisions and choices that I made led to how bad this is, right? So when I saw that, I just was like, accountability, you got to man up. Like, this is me. Now, if it's on me, if it's up to me, I can clean this up. Yeah. Right. But if it's on somebody else, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You only have but so much control.
Yeah, for sure.
How did you, what was the thing that kind of put that in your mind? Like, you know what? I wouldn't say fault, but I would say responsibility.
Right.
Like, my life is my responsibility. As a man, I think all of us share I wouldn't say burden, but we share the weight of what it means to carry that load of accountability.
Right.
What was the catalyst, or what was the thing that started to frame it for you in that way, especially going through trauma? I know a bit about what the last year has been for you.
Right.
So was it that situation that kicked it off for you? Was it like a culmination leading up to that, and then it just kind of crystallized it? Like, how did you get to that space of like, nah, it's my fault, it's on me?
The funny thing is, when I'm going through it, I'm calling people, to vent, to dump, and it felt good for me. But then when I started to heal and people started to do it to me, people started to call me and tell me about all of their problems. And I'm like, okay, I know you felt bad, but now I feel bad. Yeah. And then I'm like, yo, I did that all year. Like, oh, that's what it feels like. Like, you don't know until it happens to you. Yeah. And somebody is just like, genuinely, and you concerned and you want to help them, but it's just like, at the end of the day, if you already felt like crap, and then you called me, and now that's not helpful for nobody. So I had to okay, I gotta really figure out how to get my thing together for real. And I just stopped calling people to tell about my problems. I started to go to therapy. I started to write in my journal. You know, I started to just pray.
Yeah.
And not pray in the traditional sense. You know, I grew up. Right. Yeah. I started to pray like starting with, in the scripture, it says that God knows your heart. I say, God, if you know my heart, let me tell you how I really feel.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like, what is this?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And starting to get answers. Right? When I started to cry out to God for those answers, you know what I mean? I started to get them. And I'm like, these are answers that bro or sis or babe or whoever, mom, pops, bro, they can't give me. These are directly from the source. As I'm crying out, I'm starting to get answers. I'm like, oh, this is how you're supposed to do it. Yeah. I'm not supposed to call, you know what I'm saying, the homie and dump all of my problems because they got to live their own life.
Yeah.
Right. So I started to get it like that.
Yeah. I think it's a slippery slope also because a lot of men, I just speak for myself, a lot of times when I'm going through shit, I won't say nothing because I don't want to dump. I won't say nothing because I don't want to be a burden. I don't say nothing because I feel like, you know, everybody got their own shit. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So if they're dealing with theirs, why can't I deal with mine? But I think that fine line between, hey, bro, I got something heavy on my heart. Do you have the space to hold this for me? You know what I'm saying? As opposed to it being like, I ain't even gonna say nothing, man, because, you know, I gotta deal with it. So I think there is some truth to it, a lot of truth to it, where sometimes you'll cross the bear as you'll cross the bear. It's like right. That. It was a story I heard one time in church. I probably was like 12 or 13, and my pastor at the time, rest in peace, Rayford Willer Sr.
Right.
He said something to the effect of, there was a guy complaining to Christ about how heavy his burden was.
Right.
And Christ decided to take him in the room with all of these different crosses. It was big ones, little ones, gold ones, diamond ones, dirty ones, clean ones. And the guy noticed a cross in the far corner of the room. It was a tiny, tiny cross. Right. So he goes, you know what? I want that cross right there. And Christ turned to him and said, well, that's the burden that you said you couldn't bear.
That's yours.
You know what I'm saying? This thing that you're seeing that's so small from the outside, but because it's happening to you, it's this insurmountable thing.
Right.
At some point, your burden is your burden, but it's important to get around people that can hold space for you too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think therapy has been very helpful to have somebody that is trained. You know, I'm a life coach, so I went through the training. I know how to listen and things like that.
Yeah.
And everybody doesn't know how to listen, to not to judge, to take in the information, to process it, and to have the proper verbiage to actually give you something that you can use.
Yeah.
And just be like, damn, bro, that's crazy.
Yeah.
What I notice is in our community, it's almost like a competition. So I'll tell you how bad my life is, and then they say how bad their life is. And obviously last year I beat everybody.
Yeah.
You can't compete with. So we're having a competition about how bad our life is. It's like at the end of the day, you kind of feel good, like I won. And then you're like, wait, what did I win?
Yeah.
So it's like, yo, that's just so toxic.
It is.
So when I started to go to therapy, I started to write in my journal, and I started to pray more, which was more like having a really open, honest dialogue with God. That helped more than dumping out on my friends and my homegirls and
Makes
stuff
sense.
like that. Yeah.
Makes sense. Because at the end of the day, it is our duty to make sense of it. It's not necessarily somebody else's job to make sense of the crazy that's happening within us and around us.
Right.
It is our duty to figure it out. What has been the most transformative aspect of your journey in this? I mean, obviously in the last year, but just saying in general, along your journey with getting to where you are, did you get therapy before now? Was therapy ever on the radar before now? Like how did you get to this point in your journey?
I feel like last March, the mother of my children, Maisha, passed away.
Rest in peace.
And not just that, my parents, which were like my anchor, my spiritual advisors, they moved to South Carolina, which is like very far.
Yeah.
So it forced me to grow up in a way that I never really had to. It's like if my parents was the Huxtables and I'm Theo. Yeah. And I got an apartment around the corner from Fort Greene or wherever it was at, then it's like I could always go home, you know what I mean? But when they left, and then when Maisha passed away, it's like, yo, this really up to me. And my kids is broken. And they're looking at me like, what you gonna do, Dad? Yeah. And it's like, oh, it's really just us now. Yeah, yeah. It's me and Alexander and my daughter Symphony and my cat Griselda, and that's it. That's it. That's our family. That's the dynamic. Yeah. And I'm the leader. Oh, okay, I gotta get it together. I have to figure it out. So it made me get up and start to like man up, so to speak, for lack of a better word. Like, yeah.
Was there ever a point where you were like, I don't got it. I don't have it in me. I can't pull myself together. I don't have the strength. I don't have the energy. Like, was there ever a point where you got to that space?
All the time. Last year, a lot. But then I heard something growing up, and it said that the kids will never listen to you, but they will always do exactly what you do. Oh. Right? Yeah. Right? So I'm depressed. Now my daughter's depressed. I'm thinking about suicide. So my daughter started thinking about suicide. And I'm like, oh, this ain't an option no more. Because growing up, I always dealt with that mental health thing. Like, I could always check out. Yeah. But then when it started to affect my kids, I can't check out. Oh, I got to really do this now. Yeah. So it took away that option. And a lot of times for a lot of people don't talk about how suicide is a crutch. Yeah. It's almost like I could mess up my life as much as I want. And this is when it goes back to the original question that you asked. Yeah. What does a grown man shift mean? The accountability. Yeah. I don't have to take accountability for all of these girls' heart that I broke, all of these babies that I got, how I messed up my money. I could just check out. Yeah. And people don't talk about how suicide is like it's a cop-out. Yeah. I'm saying that as a suicide survivor, 20 years dealing with it, healed from it, helping people with it. It's a cop-out. You gotta you have to fix it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So my kids is looking at me like for strength. Yeah. Because granny ain't there, granddad not there, mom not here. So it's like, it made me like, all right, let me just like, all right, I can't check out. Let me just go outside. You know what I'm saying? Let me indulge. Let me elevate your mind, man. I got to do what I got to do. I got to go outside. You ain't got, yeah. I'm going to be hard today. Yeah. You know? Right? Facts. And it's like you start to learn how to deal. Yeah. You learn how to be by yourself. You learn the power of silence, and just sometimes you don't need to say nothing. Sometimes you just got to sit there and cry. Sometimes I'll be with my kids and I just be crying. I just be sitting there like, yeah. My son be like, you okay? You come give me a hug. I'm all right. Yeah. Cause you got to deal with it because I can't check out. I ain't got no cop out. Ain't no exit door. We here.
Ain't no get out of jail.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you getting jumped. Like, I'm gonna put my back to this door. I'm gonna just swing into. I'm gonna hit somebody. Yeah. So it's like my journey has been like that. I really had to. It was nobody that was going to carry my cross. Yeah.
What level of influence did your parents have on how you perceive your journey in general? You're saying your parents were pretty much always there. I'm assuming they still married.
Yeah, still married. Been married 50 years. You know, they're great. Mm-hmm. They didn't know about my mental health journey growing up. I was doing a film with some of the producers from Netflix a couple years ago. And when I started to tell this story about the suicide thing, it was like, I didn't even know. Yeah. Damn. Right? But the funny story, my friend Latif I went to high school with, I was talking to her about mental health. I was like, yeah, in high school, I was depressed and nobody knew. She was like, Mike, we all knew.
Yeah.
The only time you was happy was when you started rapping. I was like, you knew? She was like, yeah, because I was going through it too.
Yeah.
So they didn't really know. You know, I'm like this child prodigy. I'm happy. I got all these friends and da-da-da.
Yeah.
They don't know. It's like, as I started to get better in everything that I did, I started to compare, okay, I rap it just as good as these people. Why my life don't look like that?
Yeah.
I'm on these instruments. Why? And I started to do that a lot, you know. So they didn't really know. So this journey was a long, lonely walk. It's me and God and my kids behind me.
Yeah.
And I'm just like having to figure it out. So they didn't really know about this part of it.
How what was their response? Like, I'm because I know a few people who succeeded at self-deletion.
Yeah, me too.
And the question is always like, you know, well, they were such a happy person, or I never saw the signs, or you always see the aftermath of making that decision where all of the people that love that person are affected because nobody knew. Like, nobody had a clue that behind the smile was something deeper, something deep happening inside of that person. I could say for me, mine was early. I was 9. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was 9. I had wrote a whole note about how I didn't want to be here. I didn't want to be here. I just felt like this life that I was living wasn't really my life. Like, it was like a practice life. And my oldest brother, shout out to my brother James, he ended up finding the note, told my mother. He ratted me out.
Thank God.
But he told my mother, and my mother immediately put us in therapy. You know what I'm saying? So I think my brother for intervening, I don't think I romanticized about it, but I didn't plan it. I wasn't like, all right, when I get out of school, I'ma just, you know what I'm saying? Like, right. I didn't get that far. It just, the pain of living in the situation that I was living in at the time, it was so heavy that I felt like, what's the point of even being here? Like, what is the point of even being here?
That's a real thing.
If I feel like this, I could just end it. You know what I mean? So what was their reaction when they found out, like, oh, our baby boy was on that type of time?
I don't know. I still don't know. I remember one time recently, my dad called me. My daughter was going through something, and he was like, you need to do this, you need to do this. And my first time yelling at my father, never. It's like Theo yelling at, you know.
Yeah, Cliff.
I said, no. I said, Dad, this is heavy. This is heavy on me, bro. And I started to tell him what was happening. He was like, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know. So they didn't know.
Yeah.
But my homies, shout out Fluke, my man Potts, there's been time when I've been mid-attempt.
Yeah.
And they're like, bro, come on, yo. Shout out my man Rap, Realize Promise. These are 3 people that have legitimately talked me out of it. In the last year, there's been so much. Shout out Nanette. She was another one. Mm-hmm. And my friend Life Song. These are all close friends that I trust in these environments.
Yeah.
Whenever I got to that point. Mm-hmm. Whenever I got to that point, like, yo, this is what's happening. And I remember being on the phone with my man Rap for a good hour. I'm outside like, am I just here for them? Like, I did all of this work. I've been grinding 25 years to get to this level. And I never really got there, right? And the only thing I'm here to do is be a dad for these kids. I know I'm here to be a dad, but if that's all that I'm here to do, like, I'm like, God, is that it? Like, I'm just dad. Like, you made me so good at this thing, but didn't let me get the platform. And now my girl is gone. And now the only thing that I'm here to do is cook for these kids and pick them up and drop them off and wash their clothes and do homework. I'm like, that's trash for me. Yeah. And I'm like, God, it's okay if you didn't give me this talent, But I feel like the biggest form of blasphemy is wasted talent, like the parable of the talents.
Yeah.
I didn't put my talent and put it in the ground like they said in the Bible. I went out there and did.
Yeah.
I outworked everybody and never got the light. And now you tell me that the only thing I'm here to do is be a dad. I had a problem with that at that time. I understand it now. From being silent and talking to God, like I was saying about like, it's time to pour into them now. You did all this. You have all of these skills to be able to coach and to cultivate these gifts in these kids. So, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it's been wild. It's a mental thing. It's all mental, and so a lot of times you have to be quiet. You just gotta shut up. Like, shut up. True. Just all the way shut up. Just sit still, because your bros don't know. They don't know. God knows, and sometimes you just have to sit in it. Yeah. And that's what helped me.
How instrumental, and I commend you on the courage to push. I lost my grandmother last year.
Wow, sorry to hear that.
I ain't gonna hold you. I still feel it, bro.
Grandma's a special.
I still feel
special, bro.
So it's like one of them things where it's not my wife, it's not my kids, it's not my siblings, but that I felt more pain when my grandmother passed than when my dad passed.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So I understand what it's like to feel and not have nowhere to put it. Not have nowhere to, it's hard to put it in a box and make it nice and neat for people to understand.
It don't make sense.
It don't.
And it still don't. It still don't.
I commend you on pushing through, bro. Cause I know that shit took a lot of strength to push through even now.
It still do.
You know what I mean?
It still do.
I don't wanna overstep that. Like, you're going through, you're still going through, but you're still putting one foot in front of the other. You're still making sure that the people who lean on you, they can lean on you, that you're still solid. You know what I'm saying? So I commend you, for real, for real.
I appreciate that. It's like the weirdest thing is like, when people hear my story, the story is not an underground rapper that didn't pop off, that fell off. Yeah. I'm the most talented one in the city. Nobody can't do what I do. Yeah. I follow God the whole way. I carried the cross. I did the right thing. I showed love to everybody. I did the work. Yeah. And it didn't happen for me. And I look at all the stuff that happened with the Diddy trial and all that stuff, and I'm like, and God was saying, like, bro, at that time when it was going to happen, you wasn't ready for that. That was a monster. I saved your life. Yeah. And now you're in the opportunity to have these gifts, these kids, and be able to have an amazing life with them. Yeah, it didn't happen the way you wanted it to happen. Yeah. But you still have an opportunity to do something great. So my story is not I fell off. I never fell off. I'm better now than I ever was. You know what I'm saying? I did everything according to the book, bro. Like, I did everything right, and it didn't happen. I got the cosigns. I did all that. Yeah. But God's like, yo, that you wasn't ready for that. For the women, for the drugs, for the money. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? My first deal, I was 18. Yeah. I wasn't ready for that. And then when I was about to get the second deal, I was 23. Yeah. At that time, you know what I'm saying? If you followed the trial and everything that's going on, like, that fame is a monster. It is. What are the, I think Hov was saying that, talking about fame. Like, it's the most powerful drug. It is. It is. We dropped the podcast, and I'm getting notifications. It's giving me anxiety. Doop, doop, doop. Yo. I'm like, I told my dad last night, I'm like, thank God I didn't get famous when I was young. Yeah. I realized that I never wanted to be famous. I just wanted Nas and Jay and Timbaland and them to just make the ugly face. That's all. I didn't want nothing else. Right? I just wanted that. I always say, like, yo, if they heard this, they would just throw up. That's all I wanted. I didn't want nothing else. I could make money doing something else. Yeah. I went to Berkeley. I had a 3.9. I graduated, all that. Yeah. Money's not a thing. Yeah. I just wanted the validation. Yeah. And I saw something last night. on Instagram, and it was a long thing from Marcus Aurelius, and he was saying how you're trying to be a king, and you're trying to sit on this throne, not realizing that the throne is a cage. The whole time you're chasing this thing, the throne, I'm the king, and all this stuff, and it's a cage. Yeah. Because once you're the king, everything changes.
And your movements ain't the same.
Right.
100%. I see why people like Michael Jackson or J. Cole or a lot of these celebrities who reach a certain level of notoriety, why they sneak out. Why they leave their deep
J. Cole is a great example of that. If I ever had a shot, that's how I would be. Like J. Cole. He riding around with the bike. Dave East was shooting the video, right? On the corner. J. Cole is on the bike. He hop out the bike. Oh, what up, yo? They exchanged numbers. It was the most normal, natural thing. Yeah. He wasn't trying to be in Dave East's video. Dave East out there doing his thing. Shout out Dave East. He just, you know what I mean? Doing his thing. From Harlem. Yeah. And J. Cole's on the bike. He ain't got nothing fresh. He ain't got no Balenciaga, no Louis. He got some New Balance on, the sweatsuit. Yeah. He on the bike.
Regular.
Oh, what up, yo?
Yeah.
I would be like that. I admire J. Cole for that. Yeah. Like how grounded he is.
I think a lot of us have to, I think it's a choice. You know what I mean? Like it's a choice between how do you want it? Like, I don't mind fame if it's strictly to serve a purpose. Otherwise, I don't need the fame. Just give me the purpose. Let me be the dude when they see Jay-Z and Beyonce on a yacht in the ocean, and then it's that yacht in the back that's blurred out. I want to be the dude in the back that nobody don't know who I am. Yeah. I'm just a dude on a boat with my family and my friends doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? Because like you, I spent a good amount of time working on music, being in studios, being around a bunch of different people. And the reason why I bowed out of music, I kid you not, was because I saw what it did to the people that was around me. Where as a producer, your skill and your talent is outweighed by how many chicks you smashing in the studio, promising them record deals that you never gonna give them.
You know
what I'm saying? So
brother,
for me, it's like there's a great deal of fear that I have around fame because I know I'm not going to change. I've been solid for the 45 years I've been on this planet. Right. However, fame changes the people around you. People feel like because you have access, I have access. Because you are who you are, I'm with you. We basically the same person. Dog.
We from the same neighborhood, like you.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I laugh at the Malcolm Gladwell 10,000 hours. Yeah. Bro, I've been doing this so long.
Yeah. Everything is like a no look pass.
Like, bruh.
Yeah.
What y'all like? I spent my whole life doing this. You know. So when people ask me, why is it I'm dropping my last rap album, they're like, what? Why? Yeah. I just told y'all I started rapping during the first season of The Simpsons. What season are we on? In the 20s, in the 30s? Like, come on. Like, how long? There's other things we can do. Like, God gives us so, and I think a lot of times for creatives, I admire people like Pharrell, like Tyler the Creator, people like that. That's multi versed creatives. Yeah. Because, okay, I started doing beats and you start rapping, you start singing. Okay, now I'm designing clothes and I'm doing websites and I'm doing creative director work. I'm doing video treatment. Shout out Rock Davis. All of his creativity, all of it is a part of the gift. We don't have to stay in this one pocket. Like 100%. You said, you're producing and now you're producing sets. Yeah. Some of the best sets on YouTube. Yeah. But it started this one way. It's like there is an evolution. Like we're supposed 100%. To evolve.
100%.
Like, you know what I mean? We're not supposed to still be the same.
100%.
So like, I look at people like Pharrell and Tyler, and I'm like, and Solange, love Solange, like what Solange does with her company, and I was like, yes, I like that. I like the pivot. Yeah, like Joe Budden. I like what Joe Budden did. Like he pivoted, and now he's like a media marketing master. Yeah, but he started off like, you know what I mean? He started off in Jersey City rapping. You know what I'm saying? Working at the post office over there. Yeah, and then Now look at them.
Yeah.
So it's like there's the evolution, and I'm like, I thank God for the evolution. But that world, I don't want no parts of that.
Yeah.
I don't want no parts of that. I'm dropping this piece of art as, I'm dropping this album as a piece of art.
Yeah.
For my family, and for the people that love what I do.
Yeah.
As the art of the wall.
Yeah.
Like the MoMA. Like it's the
yeah.
Museum of Modern Art. Put it in the Brooklyn Museum. Put it in the Newark Museum, and let it just sit there. And I'm good.
Facts.
Let me just go and do something else.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to hear me? Just go to the Newark Museum and just
play my shit.
Right. Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
So how important has, let me rephrase. You said evolution is necessary.
Yeah.
What has been the most significant part of your evolution thus far?
Singing. I started singing. My daughter was born in 2009. And when Symphony was born, she would cry a lot. And the only way I would get her to shut up so I could record is to sing. So then I started singing. And the story goes, I was, my man, Animal Still called me. And he's like, yo, nobody knows the story. So Animal Still calls me. Exclusive. And he's like, he's like, yo, Rihanna's working on the album. They got a songwriting camp in London or something like that. I need some songs. I call my man Hef. I'm like, all right, we start making these songs. So short story, to shorten the story, I started making these songs and I liked them so much that I never send it to Rihanna. I release it, and then I got some feedback from some female friends that I know. And I was like, oh, the girls like it? Oh, what's up? I'm like, right. They like, oh, I like that. You like that? Oh, I'm singing. It's up. But what happened was, when everything that happened last year happened, I was able to use singing and melody and that kind of alternative music as a means to project the way that I wanted to feel and to make. I never was able to make happy music. As an MC, when things are bad, you just talk about what's bad. That's what we always did. The grind, the hustle, the struggle. Yeah. But with singing, I'm able to like tap into what Stevie and them was feeling to make that stuff, because you know they're in Detroit. It's the riots, all this stuff. He's blind. It's racism. It's the pollution. The Vietnam War. Like, how is he making this music that's so? You are the sunshine of my life. He can't see a sunshine, bro.
Damn, I never even thought about that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how is like when Marvin Gaye made What's Going On, bro? Like, Tammy Terrell, the love of his life, passed away. She died, bro. His brother just came home from the Vietnam War. Him and his father was beefing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? How did he make this album that was just so
iconic, man?
Iconic and profound. It's like, it's something about melody that is just different. Yeah. We're pulling these frequencies from the ancestors are like God, and it's just a different thing. Yeah. So that was part of the evolution. And once I did that, that opened up. I have like synesthesia, so I have this thing with colors and being able to.
On some that shit.
Right. Yeah. But Stevie has it too, and Pharrell has it too. So with the synesthesia, I'm like looking at colors. I'm like, whoa! Now it turns into clothes, and it turns into web design and graphics, and it's like, oh, okay, I got a way out. And God is like, there's the door, bro. Yeah. Take the door. Go. And I'm like able to see my way out of trying to be the best rapper. Like, what is that going to do? Yeah. You know what I mean? There's so many amazing rappers that passed, the MF Doom and all of these people passed away. Now what? Yeah. Can you imagine? MF Doom probably could have been like a creative director of like, you know what I'm saying? His eye and his ear for.
It's a fact. Yeah.
We need evolution. If we don't evolve. Yeah. Like all the young dudes be like, oh, you old, you an uncle, you an OG, whatever. I'm like, bro, if you ain't getting older, what are you doing? Yeah. And then a bunch of us. If a plant is not blossoming, blooming, you dying.
It's a fact. It's a fact. I was watching something with my son the other day on Netflix. It's K-pop something versus the Demons. And it's such a profound. Shout out to my guy, Sam Cologne. He said, and Rel had touched on it too, when God speaks through so many mediums.
Absolutely.
So me and my son, we see the trailer, we like, bro, this joint looks super lit. Musically, the way it was shot, the storyline, all amazing, right? It's basically these singers, these women who have passed down this tradition of song that basically encapsulates the world in a vibrational frequency that blocks out the demons.
That's heavy.
Right? And the only way that the demons can break through is if they stop singing the song. If they stop singing these songs,
as soon as they stop,
that's
heavy,
right? And it made me think about the times that we're in now versus back when Cross Colors was a thing and Fight the Power was a thing, and we had a litany of diversity of music playing on the mainstream, not just for underground or people who are in these small pockets, but there was a very palpable feeling of music back then, especially early 90s, right? And what it got me thinking was the reason why a lot of things are in disarray now is because people stop singing their song. People stop singing their song. People stop singing about love and about connection and about all of these things that mean something, and traded it in for the Bentley and the broads and the bullshit.
The program.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I feel like to still have your song intact, to still want to evolve what you're doing with your song is important because, like you said, music, what I love about music and my favorite genre of music is jazz music, which is how I got to rap music. I love jazz because they're tapping in. They're not, the dude that's sitting there, he ain't reading that off no paper. He tapped completely into the source, and the source is giving what it's supposed to give, which is just an endless supply of unconscious consciousness. You know what I'm saying? I'm not thinking about it.
Head too.
I feel it, and that note is just bang. I'm hearing the melody, bang. I'm following the hi-hat, bang. The snare just hit me, the kick just hit me. So it's like,
this is lit.
I have an appreciation for what people can do with the gift of song, with the gift of creating a vibe. You know what I'm saying? What is your hope for the industry as a whole in terms of where it's at and where it could be?
The industry is shot. It's over for the music industry. I feel like with everything, with the programming and streaming, with the AI, it's going to get the music industry as a whole is kind of like the Titanic, but artistry will live forever. It's going to be like somebody on the corner doing poetry. It's going to get a real crowd now. Oh, it's actually coming out of his mouth.
Yeah.
It's not ChatGPT. He's actually saying it. She's actually sitting at a coffee shop playing the guitar, singing about love.
Yeah.
It's not, the program.
Yeah.
This person is really MCing. Like my man, shout out my man Drift.
Yeah.
He started painting.
Right.
Now my man Drift, you know what I'm saying? We came up together,
right,
did music and all that. One of the best rappers I know, one of the most consistent.
Killed 106 back in the day.
Killed 106 in Park.
Yeah.
Then he started painting.
He's dumb nice.
He started off and now he's like, you
He's
can see
dumb.
every time he does something, it's like better. And he's doing these events and he's painting in
Like
front
live.
of his audience. That's where things are going.
Yeah.
That's why podcasts are so lit, because these are real conversation. And I know it sounds weird I'm saying this, but if you watch this 10 years from now, real words and real conversations coming out of people's mouths will be a real thing.
Yeah.
Like, these are real interaction. These are real emotions that people are naturally feeling. This is not AI. It's not a prompt.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to weed out the peanut gallery and the people that really have the talent, the people that are real storytellers.
Yeah.
They're going to thrive in this new creative economy, if you will. So I think it'll be a shift.
Yeah.
I think it's the difference between wrestling, and then the world of martial arts. Yeah. Like wrestling is a thing. It's popular, whatever it is. I'm not into wrestling. Yeah. But martial arts around the world is a thing. It's spiritual. It's cultural. It's a lifestyle 100%. All around the world, from Brazil to Africa to Japan, all throughout Asia and Americas, Russia. So it's like, I feel like it's like that. And martial arts would. I don't know how long wrestling would be around, but martial arts would be forever. Yeah. So I think that's a better analogy.
Speaking of evolution, if the younger you, the high school you, could see you now, how do you think he would react to how you are, who you are, and what you're doing?
He would probably be depressed. Because if I can look back, I probably would never do music. I wouldn't do music. I would have probably been the astrophysicist or something. Yeah. I probably just would have been an author or something. Yeah. Like, I would never even do this because what did I get out of it? I got some girls. I made some great albums. I met some people. But what did I really get? 25 years? Yeah. Can you imagine if I studied the stock market for 2 years, where I would be? Right? 25 years? Yeah. Come on. Like, if I spent 25 years doing anything, I'd be better off than I am now. So my younger self looking at a 40-year-old Vert is like, damn. Oh, nah. Hey, Mom, I don't want to do this. Yeah. I want to go to North Carolina A&T with Aunt Jackie, and I would just go to a black college, and I would probably be like a psychologist or something. Yeah. And just work on the mind. Yeah. And work on unlocking the minds of, our people. I would just probably do that. I still can. Yeah. But at 18, I probably would have just totally shifted away from music and just listen to jazz. Yeah. Ellis Marcellus and Miles Davis and Wayne Shorter and Stanley Turrentine and you know what I'm saying? Bobby Hutcherson. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm like that. We like that. I had to throw some names so you know. It's real. Cal Jada. Yeah. Yeah. I would just do that. I would collect records and just probably be a doctor, psychologist, and work on the minds of the people and try to unlock the mind and write books and stuff. I would never even do this at all.
Damn, not even like secondary?
Nope. I would just probably listen. I probably wouldn't listen to hip hop. Yeah. I'd probably just listen to jazz and probably R&B and just read and write and travel. Yeah. I probably would never even do this. I didn't really get much out of this. It probably was a waste of time for me. I went to, check this out. Coming where we come from, after 6th grade, nobody never told me I was smart again. What they did say, he talented. I heard that so much. Yeah, it's kind of like somebody that's really tall. You just automatically assume that dude played basketball. Yeah. Dude could be a freaking rocket scientist, but you just assume that he got game. Yeah. So that's all that I heard. And I went to Berkeley College when Alex was first born, and I found that I was smart. Damn. I had like a 3.9. I was doing Linux and subnetting and networking and just like boop, 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 boop. I had a natural affinity to learn, and I pick up things really fast. Yeah. And it pissed me off. I'm like, you telling me I'm in my 30s and I'm smart? I thought I was just talented. I thought I was the next Kanye. Y'all told me I was the next Kanye West. Yeah. So I did that. Yeah. Pissed me off.
Do you think there is, because I don't know, and obviously you're a grown up, you can feel and think whatever way you feel and think. It's not my premise, so let me preface it that way. As somebody who, I love music, something about, especially freestyling, right? It's something about getting in a cypher with dudes that get busy.
It's a lost art too.
You feel me? And because you get busy, it sparks something in me that now the energy is reciprocal.
It's the peer pressure that we talked about before. Yeah. The peer pressure of the group.
I think it's a synergy thing. Like, taking it on some church shit, right? Where two or more are gathered.
That's right.
So am I.
Right.
And I feel like when you are on one accord with like-minded individuals, you can create anything. I still feel like I probably have a good album or two in me.
Yeah.
Is it a rap album? Not sure, because I also dabbled in. I had a band, shout to the Absence of Doors. I decided to go completely 180 from just rap, classic rap albums, 16s, some hooks, and call it. I don't feel like the space I'm in, I'm able to lock in that way.
Yeah.
Like I want to lock in months, taking it back to the drawing board when I was in high school before you could punch somebody in and you had to use one tape to record the beat and then play that tape to record it on another tape to do the vocals and we couldn't punch each other in. So we was all lined up one after the other. So when you finish your verse, then I do my verse, then he do his verse. And then if the last dude messed up, we had to start all the way back over.
Yeah, absolutely.
Those days I still remember before I was jaded. Before I looked at the industry like, you know what? I'm good. I'll just be a regular dude. I'll live a regular life. I'll make some regular money, and I don't have to deal with what comes with it. I know a lot of us who, quote unquote, didn't make it, dodged a lot of bullets, especially considering what's happening with Diddy and all of these other dudes.
I know I did.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I say all that to say, is it really curtains or is it just commercial stuff, putting out commercial stuff?
Rap. I'm not going to rap. I'm not going to release another rap album. Okay. I'll sing forever. It's too fun.
Yeah.
It's funny to me.
Yeah.
Singing is funny. It's like emulating my favorite singers, my favorite sounds. And it's like when I'm able to pull off a note or something, I'm like, I was doing a song one night and I got into this like baby face type of thing. And I was like, yo, I've been trying to do this I finally did it. And nobody had understood.
Yeah.
But there's levels.
Yeah.
So that's fun. But in terms of like rap is such a competitive sport. It's kind of like when Kobe got that last injury. I think it was Achilles or something.
Yeah.
And I think it was Lou Williams I was talking about. The intensity in practice slowed up a little bit. He started to ease up a little bit on everybody. Like, all right, I know, this is coming to it, and I don't have the energy to be. I have the talent to do it.
Yeah.
But as a single dad, and I know my kids are young, and I don't think it's fair.
Yeah.
So I can do it. I still have it. The album is great. I got everything in place, but I don't think it's fair.
Yeah.
To take these next 5 years, my daughter be a freshman in college in 5 years if she decides to do that.
Yeah.
But I could spend the next 5 years still trying to be a rapper. It's like, that's a little crazy.
I hear you.
Like, she need dad to be at them games, like at them PTA meetings, like training them, really teaching them about God, teaching them about culture, traveling with them. Like, I feel like that's more important.
Yeah.
For me.
I ain't gonna hold you. That was when I made the decision to stop music, when I was doing Absence of Doors, I think it was like 32-ish, somewhere in there. And I was just like, yeah, I think I wanna dial in. I was conflicted because I felt like, I was trying to get on, even though I wasn't trying to get on. I enjoy making music. I just being present as a husband, being present as a dad, being present to my own journey took more of the front seat and less of the passenger seat. You know what I'm saying? So for me, now that I'm doing this, it's the same but different. It's the same in the sense of I'm striving for something. I'm striving to be able to not just have a podcast and not just produce a few, but I want to train other people how to do this.
Right.
I want to be able to pass the baton to other people who may have a knack for production or a knack for engineering or a knack for photography or a knack for lighting or whatever it is, and be able to put them in position, because I know that my ultimate goal when I picked up the pen with music was to make a mark, was to make something significant enough that whoever heard it would be like, yeah, I rock with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to do that now in conversation because I'm not trying to jam.
Here's the difference. Here's the difference, right? As an art, music is subjective.
Yeah.
So no matter how good I think I am, somebody gonna be like, nah, he's not that good.
Yeah.
But these skills translate. Like coaching.
Yeah.
Right? I tell my son Alex, he wants to play basketball. I'm like, watch Ray Allen's shooting motion. Don't watch Steph Curry. He's an anomaly. Don't watch how he moves without the ball. Watch Rip Hamilton.
Yeah.
Don't watch Jordan. Watch Joe Johnson. Watch ISO Joe. Watch how smooth the motions is.
Yeah.
Those skills translate. When we grew up, I want to be like Jordan. There's no Jordan.
Yeah.
It's a ghost. Yeah. There's no LeBron. You're not going to be 6'8", 250.
Yeah.
Play for 20 years with no major injuries.
Yeah.
Right? You're not going to, it's not, but the skills translate. So the skills of lighting and cameras and color correction and the frames per section and the set and composition, those skills translate, and you can teach those, and that's real impact.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's why it's different for me with Sound University, me teaching these women that you ain't got to be in the studio 12 o'clock at night. You already got I could teach these artists, like, you can do a lot of it yourself, at least to get to the point where I can have my own sound.
Yeah.
That's what I can provide. I feel like that's real change.
Yeah.
I was talking to a young lady last night, and I was like, yo, I want to talk to like a group of like 5 female artists, and I want to come up with a standard default 1-page agreement that every time you're working with somebody, you give them, which in that agreement details that no physical touching, no fraternizing, nothing, on paper. Yeah. And if this happens, this happens.
Yeah. That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? Just last night. Yeah. So that's real change. So I want people to hear my music. I want them to change the world. They may not like your music, but that right there, that will save somebody tonight is going to get raped in the studio. Yeah. Some girl somewhere in the world is going to be fondled and touched inappropriately, and she's not going to be able to tell nobody. But something like that, that translates to real change. Yeah. So a lot of times artists, we're so selfish. It's like we're narcissists. We don't know it. Like, we don't know that we're narcissists, but we are, because we think everybody needs our music. Yeah. They don't. Yeah. But these skills, they do. Because if somebody really want to produce, all of these kids want to be content creators.
It's a fact.
Lighting, they love, like, my son walked in, he was like, is this a podcast? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, the music that we thought was so great, and it may be great. I don't know, my shit dope. Yeah. But everybody don't need it. I need it. Yeah. That was my therapy. But most these things that I want to teach and the things that you want to teach are real change. Yeah. And I think that's how I feel comfortable in making this shift. I know that this will make a real impact, maybe even more than the music, even though the music was a part of me getting to that point. Yeah.
And I'll even go back to when you said, what did I get out of it? Perspective. Perspective that you did, you moved through it, and because you moved through it the way you moved through it, you like, dog, I done filled this cup so many times. Now I feel like I need to pour it in a different container.
Right.
Something that is more vast, is deeper, is more expansive to put it in. Because I'll be honest, a lot of times what stopped me from writing versus freestyling, what stopped me from writing, because I felt like all the thoughts that I had in my head, there's no way I could put that in 16 bars.
It's too much.
No way I could put that in 16 bars. You know what I'm saying?
But this now, right? I'm a creative coach. Right? This is for free. I ain't gonna charge you for this. This is why you like jazz so much.
100%.
Because all jazz is a cipher.
That's it.
Right?
One big one.
Miles Davis, Herbie Hancock, Bill Evans. I'm saying we have Max Roach, John Coltrane, Wayne Shorter.
I was about to say even Dave Brubeck.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're on the stage. Me and my dad talk about that. You're on the stage with like the best musicians in the world.
100%.
It's like, all right, Max Roach, go.
Yeah.
Like Coltrane, go.
Yeah.
Everybody's freestyling. It's not. They're just going off of it.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're high out of their mind. But it's a freestyle. So maybe that's why we like jazz so much.
Yeah.
I love it.
For real.
I probably listen to Kind of Blue. I probably listen to that Miles Davis album every night.
Yeah, it's a vibe, son. I was at work earlier today, and I have my earbuds in,
right?
But I just wanted to break from just having it all the way in my ear all the time. So I'm playing it in the hallway while I'm doing what I'm doing, and a bunch of people walking past like, man, Coltrane, like. Davis?
Yeah.
Yo, this is a good vibe for the hallway. And for me, I just know how it makes me feel. Like, it makes me feel like there's no end. It makes me feel like I'm enveloped in this special
It's almost
moment.
cosmic.
Yes.
I got out of listening to music with words.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I listen to either folk music or dub.
Yeah.
Or jazz.
You know what I started listening to lately? Scores.
Yeah.
I started listening to scores. I started listening to the score of Soul. Did you see the movie Soul?
Yeah. The animated
Jamie Foxx. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
He's the main character.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's the main character.
Just was watching that.
And what I love about it is when you watch a movie, you don't really catch how the score gives you the emotion in the whatever it is you're watching. Horror movies ain't scary on mute.
Right.
They're not.
It's nothing.
like when you watching a scary movie, it's the
jump scare.
It's those things that make
the music changes that signals something about to happen.
100%.
I was with this girl. I was with my homegirl, right? I was with a friend of mine, not my homegirl, friend of mine.
Yeah.
We in the car, and I always joke like, "Yo, you ain't never been with a dude and he playing West Side Story." And I'm playing a West Side Story score in the car, loud as hell. America. I'm like, you ain't come on. Yeah. Ain't nobody like that.
This some fly shit, baby.
Yeah, this is fly, baby. You ain't, know what I'm saying? See this spaceship, baby?
Yeah.
Nah, but scores is ill. Like, those is ill. Like, you ever listen, the Dark Knight soundtrack?
I gotta rock with that. I was listening to the Miles Morales Spider-Man. The latest one.
Oh, the crazy that crazy one.
Yeah.
That was crazy. They was on something.
Yeah.
They was on heavy drugs doing that. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, scores is dope. I like scores. I like I've been listening to Beethoven a little more. I've been listening to something called Desert Blues, which is like this music in like East Africa, Saudi Arabia, all in that area. It's really dope, and I've been listening to that. Just anything that doesn't have words.
Yeah.
Because just like we talked about earlier, I don't want to dump or trauma bond with people, and I don't want other people to do it through music. I don't want you to tell me it's the same thing.
Yeah.
If I'm listening to somebody telling me all of their problems through music, I'm still gonna feel like shit. But if it's instrumental, whatever my thoughts are the words. Yeah. And I just that's why jazz is so dope.
Yeah. My family call me an old man. They be like, oh, you got the old man music. I want my wife over though. 'Cause one time we was in a car and me and my wife, we do date night every week. So we riding somewhere and I'm noticing my wife changing the channel, connected it to the iPhone. Nah, and try to listen to a podcast and was like, nah. And I was like, this is why I listen to jazz music. Hit the jazz, the station.
Let it play.
She listening. She like,
yep.
She was like, I see it now. I said, yeah, because we deal with so much noise on a regular basis, whether it's the noise from social media or the noise from the bullshit politics or the noise from the peanut galleries in our lives or whatever. There's a lot of noise. At what point, outside of silence, which is hard for a lot of us to do, it's hard for a lot of us to just be
especially
silent.
living in cities.
100%. And I feel like that's design. It's designed, the busy of the city is by design to keep our minds from being settled. It's to keep our nervous system so out of whack that we rely on drugs and alcohol. We rely on toxic entertainment. We rely on things that don't necessarily enrich us, but it actually sucks life out of us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So that space where my wife was just like, oh, like, you know what? Now what she listening to? She go on her walk. She got on 10 hours of neo soul vibes with no words to it. You know what I'm saying?
It's peaceful.
Yeah, because there is a certain level of peace without the noise of everybody else's thought or opinion or point of view or perspective.
My kids know. Alex know. I be Miles Davis. They start hearing them that trumpet. They know.
Yeah.
Like, leave that alone.
Right now.
You know what I'm saying? I got all the lights blue in the house. All the lights is red.
Yeah.
I got the Miles Davis on. I'm just
Vibe.
Yeah.
Vibe.
Yeah. And I'm also able to process everything that happened throughout the day, whether my ideas are like, or how I'm feeling, my emotions.
Yeah.
It's very therapeutic. It's very therapeutic. So
yeah, we are coming to a close. We've been at it for a little minute, but I don't want to just stop. I do want to ask you: do you have any closing thoughts? Any words of encouragement? Any references or resources that people can lean on, or just anything that's on your mind that you want to share?
I want to say that I have a company, a community, Sound University. I'm relaunching in September. It's a mental health support and a space for artists to learn how to do some of the things that have kept me from going crazy doing music, learning how to produce, learning how to write, learning how to handle a lot of it without putting yourself in these spaces these compromising positions. So I'm relaunching in September. I have my last rap album, Monochrome Season 6 is coming out. It's amazing. Beyond that, I just want to thank you. I want to thank God for I know it's God's hand on my life that have kept me safe in these spaces. Coming from Newark, going down to Baltimore City, where it was worse. I went to Baltimore. When I came home, I felt like I was in South Orange when I came back to Newark. It was that bad. It was
terrible.
Baltimore was different.
Yeah.
But God had his hand on my life, and he protected me. Even through the things that I thought that I wanted. Sometimes God will protect you from the things that you think you want. Yeah. So I just wanted to say that, and I just want to shout out my daughter Symphony and my son Alexander. Like, they're the reason. Like Eric Thomas says, "Yo, what's your why?" My kids are my why. Yeah. They're my why. Yeah. So
I appreciate you, my brother. And it goes without saying, man, I thank you for pulling up. I thank you for sharing space and time and energy with me, because you don't have to. You could be like, bro, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I do want to encourage you, my brother. It's not a pointless journey. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason for a lot of it. I'm not a mystic or a guru or a certified coach or none of that. I'm just a liver of life. And I can say that there is purpose in all of it. And I think once you, and I'm saying you, not specifically, but you in the general sense, I think once we take the time to recognize where our feet are planted, when we take the time to recognize where our heart is really putting out, right, I think there's a lot more to gain than we feel like we've lost. I started a gratitude journey in 2022, a gratitude journal, me and my wife, Every day we wrote down 10 things that we were grateful for.
I need to try that. By
the 10th day, my life changed.
Wow.
By the 10th day, and I don't say that in the sense of like, I got $1 million. And no, what changed was my perspective. Because at that time, I felt so like I just didn't have shit. I felt like I was failing as a father. I was failing as a husband. I was failing as a person. I was failing as a son. Like I just put the F on my forehead and my chest because I was just failing. And when I embarked on this journey of just calling into my consciousness of all the things that I did have, it tremendously blessed my life, my wife's life, and my life the way that it is now. I don't think it would be this way had it not been for that time of just.
I'm going to try that.
You know what I mean? So I encourage anybody out there, if you feeling like there's something missing, you feeling like that life is dealing you a bad hand, I promise you, take time. Before you go to bed, when you wake up, throughout the day, however way you do it, write down 10 things that you're grateful for. Grateful for breath, sight, smell, touch, hands, job, money. The list goes on and on. Just in your own body, there's so many things to be grateful for, that you have legs that work, feet that work. You know what I'm saying? So I encourage you, if you feeling like you are at an impasse where you don't have, I promise you, you have way more than you think you do. So with that, I'll bring it to a close.
That's heavy.
Thank you for pulling up to the Grown Man Shift podcast. I'm your host, Baith. That's my guy, Vertical.
Wow. And listen to Jazz.
Listen to Jazz. Tell
Jazz.
everybody where they can find you, too. Brother.
Vertical Jones on Instagram. I'm not really on TikTok like that, but TikTok, all over social media. Just Google Vertical Jones. I'm there. My son
Little man peeked
photo
in.
bombing. You know what I'm saying?
Say what up to the people, man. It's all good. Say what up.
Yeah, I'm around, you know what I'm saying? I'm around. I'm in the city. I'm active in the city.
Yeah.
I'm active in the city in Newark.
Brick City.
I'm going to try to I'm going to try that. I'm definitely going to try it because I've been working at healthcare 20 years.
Yeah.
I've seen what a lot of these things look like.
Yeah.
No legs, sick. You know.
Yeah.
I've seen it. So I've never even thought about it like that. So I learned something from that segment. Like, let me, it's all not for naught.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was heavy.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate that.
You shining your light, bro. And that shit is evident. For real. Beaming on them. So, shout to the sponsor, Ironside Coffee. I know that was a very crazy segue. We about to film a whole nother pod in a few minutes. Shout to the sponsor, Ironside Coffee, 110 Edison Place. For the month of July, they will be doing something called the Evening Brew every Wednesday from 4 to 6. You can pull up good vibes, jazz music from local artists and artists from abroad. Make sure you get some coffee. The coffee is roasted right here in Newark. Shout to Red House Roasters. Some of the best coffee, not some of that fake. These are like coffee snobs providing you with the best roasted beans you can find. So shout to the sponsor, Ironside Coffee, 110 Edison Place. Please make sure, tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell them Baif sent you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you hit us up on the email, grownmanshitpodcast@gmail.com. I be forgetting it sometimes. And yeah, man, I thank you. I truly, truly, truly thank you guys for pulling up. When I'm at the live shows, when you see me in the street, it's always love, and I do not take that for granted. So, again, Grown Man Shift Podcast. This is Baith.
Vertical.
That's
Jones.
Vertical.
Yo.
And we are out. Peace.